Hey everyone, Dan from FP Geeks here, and today I am going to be reviewing the Sheaffer Sagaris. Now this is a really nice, affordable fountain pen that starts at $60 and is available in 6 different finishes. The chrome trim pins come in at $60, the gold trim step up to $75, and then there is one pin that's all gold plated and that runs at $90. Now, what got me so excited about the Sagaris, besides the name, which is actually pretty cool in itself, it's a weapon with a battle axe on one side and like an ice pick on the other side. It's pretty wicked looking. But the section of this pen is what got me excited because it's all resin and it's a good departure from the cheap plastic that Sheaffer has used in so many of their other pens. And I'll show you more details about that in the video. The packaging for the Sagaris is pretty boring. There's nothing too exciting here, nothing that's going to leave that much of an impression with you. It'll most likely get pitched, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's cheap, but it does its job. Sliding off the cardboard sleeve and opening the clamshell box, we can see it does give a pretty decent presentation of the pen. Sheaffer logo on the top of the cap there. And if we pull the tray out, we can see that Sheaffer includes 2 of their proprietary cartridges, and a converter is included in the pen already installed. But if we take the pen out, we can get a better look at it. It's actually a really nice pen with a fantastic high gloss black lacquer finish. But if black and chrome doesn't do it for you, there are 5 other finishes to choose from. The Sheaffer branding on this pen is pretty mild. As you can see around the cap band, there's only 2 instances of it 180 degrees apart. It makes for nice aesthetics and really complements the overall look of the pen. Of course, there is the Sheaffer white dot at the top of the clip. And if we pop the cap off, we can get a look at the stainless steel nib. I chose the medium size, but there's also a fine size available. Unfortunately, that's the only 2 sizes that the Sagaris comes in. Around the back side, you can get a look at the big plastic feed, which does a fantastic job of providing smooth, consistent flow of ink that's neither too wet nor too dry. Sheaffer chose to go with their proprietary cartridge converter filling system with the Sagaris, and I usually don't have a problem with the CC filler, but I do when it's proprietary. The converter is actually pretty good, but the fact that I can't use it with the half dozen other international size cartridges or converters that I have laying around really bothers me. The size of this pen is a little bit small, especially when using it not posted. But when you put the cap on the back of the pen, it becomes longer, a little bit heavier, and a lot more comfortable. Also, the cap posts very securely. You can see the effort that it takes to remove the cap. To give you a better idea of the size of this pen, I'm going to compare it to 2 other pretty popular pens. The Pelikan M200 on the right and the Lamy 2000 on the left. It's about the same length as these other 2 pens, but it's definitely much thinner. And in the posted position, again, very similar in length, but the section is really a lot different, but not something I found uncomfortable. Writing with the Sagaris is actually a really good experience. The pen is a bit thin for my taste, but if that's the kind of pen you're looking for, it should fit the bill nicely. The steel nib in my pen was a medium, and it was as smooth as any other pen I'd ever used out of the box. It wasn't buttery smooth, but there was also no scratchiness or roughness to it at all. It just allowed the texture of the paper to come through nicely. The flow was always well controlled, and I never experienced any issues of skipping or the flow running dry or even the feed drying out when left capped for extended periods of time. So after having used this pen for a couple months now, I'm really happy with the quality and the performance of it. At $60, I think it's a good buy. Now when you step up to the $75 level, it's a little bit tougher sell, and at $90 for that gold monstrosity, it's just not for me. But if that's your thing, then by all means go for it. Now, this is competing with the massively popular TWSBI Diamond 580. It's $10 less, it's a piston filler, and it has a wider range of nib choices. But I've talked to a number of people who don't like demonstrators and are concerned about TWSBI's quality issues. Well, this pen would be my next recommendation. I really do think it's that good. If you would like more information about this pen, definitely check out my full written review with a lot of high-res images. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll answer them as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Indulge in the